Shalom
Shalom Akim.
First and foremost, Kalayim Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Yahushai Chachadash. Let us who will come up the waters. Should they give word doctrine? Sounds like to Yaakov who sincerely listen to prophets and teach that are substitute the young ones. Shalom, 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 Shalom. So it's this breakdown comes from Akshaya. So this going to that will be St. Luke 1 verse 76. It says, "And thou, my child, shalt be called a prophet of the highest, for thou shalt go before the face of Yahushua, prepare his way, to give knowledge of salvation unto his people, by remission of
Stop
sins."
at that, and his people are referring to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, and anyone that comes from their descent. So even if you don't necessarily look like them, but your spirit hops onto this, likely you're an Israelite, because your spirit bears witness. Continue on.
It says the spirit bears witness with the prophets of the
On. And our heritage is like unto us like a speckled bird. Continue though.
So it says to give knowledge of salvation to his people. That people is Israel, by remission of sins. So only people who could ask for forgiveness of their sins is Israel.
Yeah, I just have a point to say, because only the people the law was given unto can sin. As it says in 1 John 3 and 4, that the sin is the transgression of the law. And who was the law given unto? As Ak and I brought out, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anyone of their descent. Salakia, please continue.
Through the tender mercies of Yahweh, whereby the day spring from Yahweh hath visited by us, the light to give to them that sit in the darkness. To the darkness is the shadow of death, it says, and the shadow of death, to guide their feet into the way of peace. So right there saying, though we sit in a low place right now, Yahushua is going to come. He's going to give Israel the guidance that they need to teach our people to come back to the Father, and to remission of sins. So in other words, you ask for forgiveness. The Lord forgive you for sin. If you come in Christ's spirit, you come to church to serve.
And remission, when you just go to the common dictionary, remission means the cancellation of a debt, charge, or penalty. And you got to read that where it says the remission of sins.
Remission of sins. Says to give knowledge of salvation unto his people, Negroes, Latinos, by their remission of sins.
So it's the cancellation of our sins. Because if you go to Isaiah chapter 1 verse 18, our sins are as scarlet and crimson.
And filthy rags, you know?
Yes, even at our best, we're still altogether vanity. But sticking to the original point, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 2. We're going to start at the 20th verse. Do right to the widow, judge for the fatherless, give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked, heal the broken and the weak, laugh not a lame man to scorn, defend the maimed, and let the blind man come into the sight of my clearness. Keep the old and the young within thy walls. Wheresoever thou findest the dead, and it's not talking about the dead according to the world, you know, when you're in the grave. The dead is talking about those that are spiritually dead, because this is a spiritual thing first and foremost. Take them and bury them. Where are we supposed to bury them? You're supposed to bury them in Yahushua HaMashiach.
That's right.
And I will give thee the first place in my resurrection. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there, but the point of the matter is, We don't do this for ourselves.
You get this?
Of course you can.
So it's going to be Isaiah 1:16. It says, wash, make you clean, put away. So it's for children of Israel, no? Wash, make you clean, put away the evils of your doings from before mine eyes. Cease to do evils, meaning once it comes to this truth, we need to learn to stop committing adultery, calling idols like Allah, Buddha, all that bullshit. Just come to this truth. It's really ask help with shy, repent of submission of sins. All we need to do is we need to exhort Israel and seek them and tell them to repent for the kingdom has at hand. It said in Matthew 10, verse 6 and 5. Start.
Adding on to this point though, but before you even get to that point, it all begins with the fear of Yahweh Shemashai.
God, the fear of your child is with us.
Look at a butterfly in the nature. It wasn't born a butterfly. It had to go through the process of being a caterpillar. Then it had to make it through the process of being in its cocoon stage. Then it finally became a butterfly, and then guess what? Life still goes on. So it's just like this truth. We're taking away the impurities that we're in. Salakia. It's just like when you purify silver. I was learning from the Akim over at GMS Dallas in class 3. When you're cleaning silver, you have something called dross or dross.
Dross.
Yeah, dross. Khan. And that's the impurities that come. So we're going to have impurities, but Yahweh Shemashai willing, every time we engage in this truth, every time Yahweh Shemashai allows us to grow in the spirit, we get rid of that dross.
Sure.
And eventually we'll shine. We'll shine like a diamond cluster.
Okay.
But before that moment comes, we just got to take the process every day. Remember, as it says in Psalm 16 and 9, Yahweh Shemashai controls all. No, Salakia, not Psalm, Proverbs 16 and 9. The Most High controls all. We have no say in this. We didn't choose Yahweh Shemashai. Yahweh Shemashai chose us. So if Yahweh Shemashai is working with you to get you in a position where you teach, you have to come correct.
You gotta come correct.
Because you've seen it on the left-hand side, our people are spiritually dead, and they're always looking for
Dead, disgusting,
and they're always looking for someone that can, well, but they're always looking for someone that can help them. But what happens when the blind leads the blind? They should all go into
a ditch.
Exactly. That's it on what I have to say. Do you have anything, Dad?
Yeah, I want to bring out stop your nose.
You're good? Alright, so you close it up then.
Let's lock them. Shalom. Come on, Shalom. Before the death to America. That's great, man.
More love above all. Come.
Shalom.
Shalom.